Today's adventure, we're going back down to actually 2nd Street. I know, we've fished down there a lot recently. The inlet, I believe, is still closed. They're still removing everything from Country Calling, the music festival. So we're gonna head down to 2nd Street, do some fishing down there. Should be pretty good. It's a pretty good day out. I gotta stop at All Tackle and get some sand fleas. I ran out, but we'll be having green crabs, let's see, clams again, and then frozen sand fleas. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So it should be pretty good. If you're new to my channel, my name's Jay. I live in Ocean Pines, just outside of Ocean City, Maryland. And we do all of our fishing mainly in Ocean City. And oh yeah, by the way, it's the end of Endless Summer Cruising Weekend. That's when all the cars come down. To be honest, I haven't seen too many today. But I saw a whole bunch yesterday. This year's event in the fall, it's not, so they do a spring and a fall event. The fall one is not as big as the one in the spring, but it was still a pretty good size this year. But I would say compared to other years, it felt like it was a lot less. But even still, it's a lot of cars. I mean, in the spring, you're talking like over 5,000 cars, I would say. It's pretty big. So, all right, we're gonna run to All Tackle, and then we'll head down to 2nd Street. That water is looking clear. We're headed over the 50 bridge now, and it looks clear. It's on the higher tide. It's not high tide, but it is a little bit higher. So it's the tide, incoming tide is what we'll be fishing. But yeah, that water is looking blue. So it should be good. And hopefully we'll try to find a spot on 2nd Street. It's been filling up. There's been a lot of people there recently, but we'll squeeze in somewhere. All right, here we go. Hopefully. We'll find out. I was down here, Friday? Friday I went out fishing on Assateague, the flies. It was the northwest wind. If you know anything about Assateague and fishing it in if it's a west wind, the flies are really, really, really bad. I mean, like, step out of the truck and there's like 30 flies on you. They're little black flies. They look like house flies, but they're just really, really annoying, and they bite. So we came down here, didn't catch anything down here, so now we're down here again. Chummed up the water with green crabs. And we'll see if we can get something. So I'm going with the 8-ounce bank sinker, offset 1/0 hook with a sand flea, and then a 4/0 circle hook up top, sand fleas. Already getting some bites. Were you getting bites? No, just a couple seconds ago.
Yeah.
Oh, close. Oh, come on. Come on. That one actually felt like a sea bass. I don't want that. Do not want sea bass today. Are you getting any?
Yeah, I'm getting
Little bites. Did they take my bait? I'm not feeling anything. It is? Did you get one? That's a tog. I'm getting a tog bite. Yeah. Definitely a tog bite. It's a nice day out too. Lots of people out boating around.
That could catch one crazy.
Little sea bass. It's definitely good fall weather fishing, which is nice. There we go. Oh, come on.
I can feel you setting it through the whole railing.
Yeah, he's pulling it down into the rocks. 7'2" fishing rod, 40-pound braid, 50-pound leader. Williams got a 10-foot rod, 50-pound braid, 50-pound leader.
Yeah, I finally outbid you.
Yeah. If you're doing this, what we do down here on 2nd Street, so right in front of us is like a big artificial reef. It's rocks that run along the, I think concrete might be in there too, I'm not sure. But it's a big reef that runs along. It's a memorial reef for a long time Ocean City employee that used to like fishing down here. So it's all rocks. If you cast out, you're going to get a lot of snags. If you bring like a 10-foot rod and just put it straight out and drop it right down in between where we're at on the pier and out there, that's where the rocks are. There's sand in between, so you don't get snagged. So occasionally we might get snagged. Majority of the time we don't.
We'll try a piece of bread.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa.
There he is. Got him.
Tug.
Yeah. Get out of there.
Whoa, that's a big one.
It's a good one. That hook set. Perfect. Just under 12 inches. Actually, if you want to stretch him to 12, you probably could. He's a little off on this side. If I move him back a little, it'd be about 12. So that's not too bad. That's a pretty good one. You're going to be 16 inches to keep, though. But the fighting power of these fish, it's all in their tail right here. It's so strong. Definitely my favorite fish to catch.
Let him go.
All right, there he is. You get him back in the water. Put the hook in, then flip it. In he goes. So what I was using, same thing, I showed it in the last video on how to hook it, but if you look, the hook is really exposed. It's right here. And that's how I hook them. I showed it on my last video. I pretty much come in through the back and then double it over and then put it through the top right by the digger. Most of the time that will work. Sometimes it doesn't, and you just have to kind of fool around with the bait. If they're like really picky, they won't eat that. But if they're pretty aggressively feeding, they'll eat it every time. Like they're already eating it now. Good thumps. Good thumps. That's what I like. Oh, I thought he was on.
I'm going to spend the rest of this little minutes making fish lunch.
Pretty sure he just took it off. So they're pretty aggressive. So as long as you can get the hook point exposed, you'll get one. And they can be tricky to catch. I know a lot of people have a hard time with them because they're so finicky on everything. See, he took it right off. So that's fine. I'll put another one on. Again, I'll go through it real quick. Put it through the bottom. Right here. So it's like that. Then I come and put it up and over like that. And put it back through. You got to be really careful. Don't hook yourself, and try to keep it as intact as you can.
Put this whole one on. It's really
The whole green crab.
yes.
Cut the cut a corner of it off to get the scent in the water. The main thing fishing this way, you have to keep your line tight. It's got to be tight. And in some cases, you'll see me in other videos. I mean, I'll have the rod tip like a couple inches from the water, or even a couple feet from the water, and it's just to get that power. So as soon as you get that fish on there, you got to pull it up as fast as you can to get it away from the rocks, because they'll go down into the rocks, rub their face against it, and pop the hook. Yeah, he took it. So here's the telltale sign that it's a tautog. They eat the inside out. See, he bent it enough that it came right out, but they eat that. And see the head's gone? That's their teeth eating it. They're like human-like teeth in there. Hey, you got a sea bass. The bird.
Oh, good for him.
You got a sea bass.
Good for him.
It's a good catch.
I've honestly never seen one of those catch one. Oh, there you go.
Good for him. He's got his little sea bass. He'll be fat and happy. Got some good chum action going on. Cut up some more green crabs. That was my plan the other day, was to go, I had fresh green crabs and was going out to the beach to go try to get some redfish, and then came down here to 2nd Street, didn't get a single bite. Nobody was catching anything, so I just left and threw them in the freezer. The frozen ones, I don't think they work as good as the live ones, but I mean, do what you got to do. If that's all you can get, that's all you can get. I always keep some frozen ones in there just in case I can't get live ones. In the fall, it gets insane down here trying to get green crabs. I mean, there's lines out the door at like 6 a.m. So just get what you can get. William got our little friend, toadfish. Nasty looking thing. That current picked up big time. It's like total night and day from when we got here. It was just barely drifting at all, and now it's really picked up. And the bites have pretty much, I mean, it's slim now. We're not getting anywhere near the bites we were getting before. Got one. You gotta be kidding me. Oh man, the old toadfish. This is not what I wanted to see. Second one today. They really came in. Once that current picked up, they came in. We put a rubber eel on Williams, and he's just letting it drift in the current, so it kind of like does that on its own. We'll see if anything big hits it. I'm getting little tiny sea bass bites, but that's a nice yellowfin driving by. I like that boat. You got them on, they're biting the clam?
Yeah. Big one.
William caught a huge triggerfish down here on clam.
Clam and like
I'll put that video all the way at the end. But that one was nuts.
probably one of the coolest experiences I've ever had.
Yeah, I was flying the drone, and I told him just drop it, don't cast out, because I don't want him casting it into the drone. And he's like, Dad, I'm on one. And I'm like, good job, reel it up, buddy. And he's like, I can't. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, this will be a good one. And it was awesome. It was huge. Have another video I'm going to be doing soon. Head down more south of Ocean City, down towards Snow Hill, and there's a river that runs through there, the Pocomoke River, and they have some big blue catfish. So we're going to run down there and try to catch a few of those. They're very invasive in Maryland. I'll give the whole story during the video, but yeah, that should be a fun one. I've never done it before, so I'm excited to try it. This boat is awesome. That thing is awesome. I know we've seen one on TV a couple times. That thing is nice. I don't even know what it is. It doesn't even say on it. I'll have to try to find it. What's it say? That's awesome. All right, you ready?
I'm bored. Let's just go.
Yeah, we're out of here. No bites. It all just kind of stopped. Wind picked up, current picked up, and then that was it. Just stopped biting. Sand flea's still whole too. I mean, they didn't take anything. So that is it. I appreciate you watching. We will see you
They just hit something.
on the next one. What, the jet ski?
Yeah, it's like smoky.
Oh. Yeah, that's usually not good.